For more, let's speak to Catherine Norris-Trent, standing by near the Pazarkule border. Catherine, tell us, what's the situation like on the ground?
Situation here in the border area is certainly very tense. The Turkish armed forces have deployed in the area. Yesterday we had the Turkish Interior Minister saying he would send 1,000 special forces to patrol the border, and we saw with our own eyes several military vehicles on the roads along the riverbanks here, which marks the border between Turkey and Greece. There are also said to be tensions in the main migrant camp at the Pazarkule border crossing. Just back from where I'm standing here, past the police officers behind me, they have created an exclusion zone there. No members of the press allowed in to witness the scenes there, but we are hearing reports from migrants, witness accounts, that they have been demonstrating the conditions in that camp, protesting against a lack of food, and that the Turkish security forces have responded with tear gas fire. And other journalists we've spoken to in other areas of this border zone have said that they can smell pretty strong tear gas smokes in some of the areas around Pazarkule. We've also seen evidence with our own eyes of Turkish government-funded buses carrying migrants around, trying to get them out of makeshift migrant camps and telling them they can either go back to Istanbul or they can try and cross into Greece. And we spoke with bus drivers involved in this activity, saying that they were taking the migrants to various towns along the river borders. So clearly the situation's still very fluid here and very tense.
A lot of uncertainty, and it sounds like the situation is deteriorating, Catherine. How are the people coping with this?
Conditions for the migrants who have been camping out in makeshift shelters or in the open air for a week now are very difficult indeed. There are many families with very young children in very difficult conditions, and there are several thousand people right against the border gate in the closed-off zone behind me. And an MP, a Turkish MP who's part of the Turkish Parliament's Human Rights Commission, was able to access permission to visit inside that zone. He's been speaking to our team over the phone and saying that he saw lines of 100 people queuing up to get food and water, that people were sleeping out just under the trees or trying to put up covers to protect themselves from the cold overnight conditions. So a lot of people, the migrants who've been here hoping to cross into Greece, into EU soil, becoming very disillusioned, very frustrated, and some of them very angry.